Clive, I've read all your books, and I know what NUMA is, and I was surprised when I got to know something about your real life that there really is a real live NUMA.
It started in an expedition in the North Sea in 1979. We were looking for a ship called the Bonhomme Richard. One of the volunteers, who was an attorney from Austin, Texas, suggested that since I was funding these expeditions, we should incorporate from a tax situation as a nonprofit foundation. So that's what we did. We filed for the papers, and NUMA, the National Underwater and Marine Agency, is a nonprofit foundation. The trustees that came on board, very, very heavyweights, Peter Throckmorton, Dr. Harold Edgerton, Don Walsh, at first all wanted to call it the Clive Cussler Foundation. And I said, I've got an ego, but it ain't that big. So then they said, well, it'd be great fun to call it NUMA like the one in your books. And I said, oh, no, we don't want to do that. But they outvoted me on that one. So I guess you could say, yes, Virginia, there really is a NUMA.
People who watch the real live NUMA and what it does, one of the first things I think a lot of people who think about shipwrecks, one of the things they notice is that it doesn't look like you're out there trying to find treasure, gold bars and doubloons.
No, we don't look for treasure, we look for history. NUMA was primarily based and founded on the search for lost shipwrecks of historic significance, and in an attempt to find and survey them before they're lost and gone forever.
In the course of looking for Carpathia, you found another ship, and you had to stop there and start again in terms of identifying that vessel.
Mm-hmm. That happens quite frequently. We recently were looking for a French explorer, LaSalle's flagship in Matagorda Bay, Texas. And we found old cannon and flintlock pistols, and we thought, we've got it. And then we pulled up the cannon, and it was dated in the 1820s when LaSalle's ship went down in 1689. So it happens quite frequently where we think we've got the ship we were looking for, and it turns out to be another ship that happened to sink in the general location.
In the course of looking for Carpathia, you found another ship. It didn't turn out to be the Carpathia.
No. When they put the ROV down on this wreck, first thing we discovered was that the propeller blades, there were 4 of them instead of 3, as on the Carpathia. And then we pulled up a soup tureen, and when we cleaned it off and read the bottom, instead of Cunard, it said Hamburg American Lines. And so when we researched out this ship, we found it was called the Isis, and it went down in 1936 in a terrible storm, killed all 35 of the crew. The only survivor was the cabin boy. But it was just a wreck that somehow slipped through the cracks and was swept under the carpet.